Hey traders, it's Danielle. Welcome to the Simpler Options free video. So tonight I'm going to be talking about AMD. Why? Well, the whole stock market is, I would say, pretty extended. We have a situation where we've been trading higher basically since June 3rd. You've made new highs, you're kind of petering out. We're pretty overbought, and while we could go higher, I think it's a little more likely that we start to pull back. In that instance, let's see if I can get my right chart up here. In that instance, what I always want to do during a pullback is look for stocks that have been pretty strong, that are pulling back for a solid entry, particularly with a run into earnings. Now, AMD in this instance is a little bit different because this stock has already made a new high and it's pulled back over the course of the last week. Now, this was a short squeeze that ran out of energy. And at this point, if the market's going to pull back a little bit, but AMD has already pulled back, seems to me a pretty good opportunity to come in here and buy something that's getting pretty oversold. So the idea is that on the upswing, we're going to catch that. And I also know my friend Ophir over at CMLViz loves this one too. And this one has pretty good back testing around it. So looking at this here, what you can see is you see an oversold situation. You have momentum that's back down to the zero line. You have earnings on the 24th. You have something that's pulled back to the 50-period simple. And then you also have something that's trading within symmetry. So here, that really fits the personality of a stock to kind of hold that 50-day. So what I'm looking for in AMD is the fact that it's kind of the shining star in the semis right now. A lot of the semiconductors are trading lower and running up against resistance. So you see you have SMH that's running directly into overhead resistance, yet AMD just made a new high. You have AMAT that has so far to go before it can recover that disastrous downfall. You have AVGO that was hurt as well. Bad news with China, right? Broadcom. You have Intel that's been suffering. But then you look at AMD and you think, hey, well, look at that. That's kind of a shining star in the galaxy. So that's why I like AMD. I also love, of course, using Phoenix to help me come in and compare all these different tickers all at the same time. Find it incredibly helpful to determine strength and overall weakness. And so anyhow, what am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to start buying long calls in the earnings series, the July 24th. So if we go down into here, it's going to be, oops, got to change that. July 24th, that is going to be right in here in this series. So if we start off with some of these, they're only about $3. For me, that looks great. You can also do it with Delta 50 calls. Ophir, we did this webinar the other day, and really appreciated everyone coming. Let's see if I can find it. Discover replay. So we did a webinar together the other night, which was called the Simpler CML Dream Team. And one of the trades we talked about in there was AMD. So if you go to simplertrading.com/discover-replay, you can find the replay link of this webinar, how we use the Phoenix tool in combination with the back testing. You don't have to use them together, but you can, and it makes it even more powerful. And so what we're doing is, for the first time in a couple months, I'm going to be offering a live trade with me for anyone who wants to sign up either through CML or through the Phoenix Finder. So because this is kind of a combo package that we've got going on right now, Anybody who wants to join us in CML, in Phoenix, what we're going to do is I am going to be doing a 3-hour live trading session on July 1st from 10 to noon. So if you're interested in this, you can sign up, get the Phoenix Finder tool that's going to come with all of my personal list. Those are my gold mines. That's where I find my trades in my Phoenix Finder lists. And you're also going to get the new updated versions as well. And then you're going to get a couple different hours, 3 hours of live trade with me, in which I'm going to explain how I use the tool to buy the dip and combine that with Ophir's backtesting strategies. So you can find this page at simplertrading.com/Phoenix. And hope to see you there.